you'll know we're reading the Black History Reader. But I thought that given that the Alabama Brawl just happened, and also given that Dr. Anderson had these comments, I thought I would come in and read a little bit of this to you. And this is question 75. He has a list of questions about Black history that your white teacher will never teach you, that you'll never learn in a public school, that you can only learn yourself. And so his website's powernomics.com, by the way. And question 75 is this. It says, did Blacks ever form organizations to protect themselves from extra legal and other terrorist groups? Meaning, you know, when racist folks came to our communities to whoop and got to whooping ass, did Black people just sit back and shudder and cry and say and scream Black Lives Matter and get on our knees, or did we actually stand up and fight? Well, this part of history is not the history that you get. I don't know if y'all remember in school seeing all the videos of Black folks just getting their asses beat and sitting at the lunch counter begging for an opportunity to buy a sandwich from a white man and literally getting like beaten half to death just for the right to get a sandwich, buy a sandwich from a white man. That to me, that never appealed to me. That never made sense to me. I never understood that. And so here's the part of history they're not going to tell you. So he says here, during slavery times, there was a secret Black organization called the Knights of Liberty, founded by Moses Dixon, who was born free in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1824. Dixon didn't see the horrors of slavery until he was an adult working on a steamboat that traveled into the South. So this is a Black man who had the curse of freedom. And I say the curse of freedom because what that meant for him was that he had an expectation that he was going to be treated like a human being wherever he went. I've seen that. I've seen people come from other countries and say, how dare you talk to me like that? Whereas there are Black folks who grow up like that and they're just kind of used to it. So this brother says, so Dixon, he gets on the steamboat, he goes south. After exposure to these terrors, he fought back. He formed a protective organization that met regularly and privately in St. Louis, Missouri. His organization's plan was to destroy the institution of slavery quickly and by any means. By any means. Okay, so he sounds like the original Malcolm X, if you ask me. Let's see here. The members were willing to initiate military action if necessary. Over a 10-year period, the Knights helped hundreds of Blacks escape slavery and find quasi-freedom in the North. The Knights of Liberty was dissolved shortly before the Civil War started. It was remembered, however, by several names, including the Knights of Tabor or the Black Knights. How about that? I like that. That's a cool name, the Black Knights. Maybe that's what we gotta call ourselves, the Black Knights.